No, the thing is I'm going to tell something I've never told. Here I go again.
Sheila E just revealed something about Prince that's got folks looking at Diddy real sideways. Before Prince died in 2016, he allegedly pulled Sheila E aside and told her something chilling, something about Diddy that he didn't want getting out. And now, with all these lawsuits and allegations stacking up against Diddy, folks are finally starting to connect the dots. We're talking about secret warnings, a mysterious death, and a music industry cover-up that could go way deeper than anyone expected. But what exactly did Prince know? Why'd he feel the need to warn Sheila E? And could this warning be the missing puzzle piece behind his sudden and suspicious passing? Let's start with the bombshell. Sheila E has hinted in multiple interviews that Prince allegedly warned her about someone before his death. According to insider whispers, some fans are now dissecting. Prince believed Diddy was deep into something dangerous. Sheila never named names back then. But with the lawsuits currently surrounding Diddy alleging trafficking, intimidation, and blackmail, folks are now saying this is what Prince was talking about. Sheila E and Prince weren't just colleagues, they were soul connected. From the late 70s to the 2000s, they were collaborators, lovers, and family. When Prince died, Sheila broke. In a tribute, she said, "My heart is broken. There are no words. I love you." But it wasn't just grief. She's admitted she was angry too. In an interview with The Guardian, Sheila said, "I'm mad that he's not here. I'm angry at him and I'm thinking, what could I have done?" That guilt, it came from more than just love. It came from knowing Prince had shared things with her, deep things about the industry's darkest corners, things she couldn't stop, things like what he allegedly said about Diddy. Prince wasn't new to calling out the music industry's demons. Remember when he wrote "slave" on his face in protest of his contract? He was trying to free himself from what he called the system. He told Oprah back in the day,
"It's so cold, it keeps the bad people out." I believe that.
And Diddy? From NDAs to blackmail to alleged coercion of minors, Diddy's name is everywhere in federal files right now. One lawsuit even described private freak-off parties where artists were allegedly forced to participate in disturbing acts. Sheila, in her own words, said Prince was inspired by those he kept around, but he also feared the influence of people who weren't there for the music. Sound familiar? Here's where things get real dark. Prince died from an accidental overdose in April 2016, but folks have never been satisfied with that conclusion. Why? Because just days before, his private jet had to make an emergency landing due to a mysterious medical emergency. Then he canceled multiple shows. Sheila E was devastated, but she never fully believed the overdose narrative. Now, with new lawsuits painting Diddy as a puppet master with ties to cover-ups and hush money, people are starting to speculate. Was Prince silenced before he could expose something bigger? Could he have been prepping to go public with what he told Sheila E? It's not just fan fiction anymore. It's a real question. Sheila recently opened up in an emotional masterclass segment saying, "Sometimes I still hear him, Prince, in my head, especially when I play The Cross. That was our song, and it was also the song where I saw him cry for the first time." That same song is now being dissected online. Back in 2020, Sheila dropped a song called Lemon Cake, a tribute to Prince. Seems sweet, right? But Apollonia Cotero, another one of Prince's exes, accused Sheila of using his name for clout. Sheila didn't fire back. But behind the scenes, insiders say the track was a coded message. Prince loved Lemon Cake, but the song allegedly included lyrics that some believe referenced betrayal by a music king. Was that a cryptic warning about Diddy? Was Sheila trying to speak without naming names?
There's no hustle, there's no marketing, I'm living my truth. And it's time.
Al B. Sure just let the cat out the bag, and what he's saying might finally blow the lid off Diddy's empire. From claiming Diddy had something to do with his own coma, to revealing the chilling last conversation he had with Pprter right before her mysterious death, this is starting to sound like a criminal cover-up. And get this, Al B. Sure confirmed he's been subpoenaed to testify against Diddy in the ongoing federal sex trafficking trial. That alone should tell y'all just how serious this is. Let's start with this bombshell. Al B. sat down with Fox 5 New York and confirmed he's been subpoenaed to testify in the federal case against Sean Diddy Combs.
My attorneys worked something out, so I believe when the time is right, I'm going to discuss it with my attorneys.
But you're willing to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I am.
And y'all already know federal prosecutors don't call just anybody to the stand. Al B was Kim Porter's ex-husband, the biological father of Quincy Brown, and a longtime industry insider who's seen it all. He was close to Kim right up until she died. So why is he just now speaking out? Now here's where it gets even creepier. Back in 2022, Al B mysteriously fell into a coma. Multiple organ failure, zero warning, he was fighting for his life. And now he's saying Diddy or someone affiliated with him may have been behind it. He said there was a bounty on his head, that he was targeted. Let that sink in.
If you actually knew what they did to me, there was a bounty on my head. There was a bunch of stuff.
Now let's talk about Kim Porter. She passed away suddenly in 2018. Official cause, pneumonia, but Al B sure is calling BS. He said Kim was in perfect health just days before she died. They had just celebrated Quincy's new Netflix special together. She was glowing, happy, healthy. There was nothing wrong with her. Why would he say that if he didn't know something deeper? Al B claims Kim Porter sent him a final message right before she died, and it wasn't just some miss you type of text. He's been tight-lipped about the exact words, but he said the message was so alarming, it haunted him for years. That message allegedly reads more like a warning than a goodbye. And if you connect the dots with what Cassie and other women are now saying about Diddy, this ain't just coincidence anymore. Al said he's the only one who spoke up and the only one left alive. That's not paranoia, that's a fact. Andre Harrell, dead. Kim Porter, dead. Heavy D, dead. All people who were close to both Al and Diddy. Al ain't trying to sell a book. He's dropping a memoir later this year called Do You Believe Me Now? But he straight up said the goal is to finally tell the truth. He's risking his life to talk. And if he really ends up on that witness stand, things could spiral for Diddy fast. Right now, Diddy's facing multiple lawsuits and a full-on federal investigation into sex trafficking, violence, and abuse. And now with Al confirming he'll testify, this could be the final nail. Add this to the disturbing footage and sealed testimonies from Cassie Ventura, Carrie Morgan, and others. Diddy's got way more than just a civil problem. He's staring down RICO-type heat. If the feds link anything about Kim's death or Al's coma to Diddy, or if Al drops a key name while testifying, it's a wrap. So, what did Kim Porter know? Was she going to come forward about what was happening behind the scenes at Bad Boy? There were rumors she kept journals. Word is she saw things. She was close to Cassie and other victims. And when Cassie filed her explosive lawsuit, y'all remember she said, "There were others before me. I just survived long enough to speak." This ain't just drama. This is life and death. But Al, he's still here and he's talking. So now I gotta ask y'all, do you believe him now?